Danielle, and I have a lifelong passion for cooking. I'm a wife, a mother of 4, and a strong advocate for a vegan, plant-based, organic lifestyle. Over the last 10 years, I've been honing in my vegan, plant-based skills, and I'm here to bring them to you in my Plant Beach Family Kitchen. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of my Plant Beach Family Kitchen. Today we're gonna make my favorite cranberry sauce. And on any Thanksgiving Day table or holiday table, it's a must. And there are many different ways you can make it, but I'm gonna show you one of my absolute favorites. So first we have fresh cranberries here. And did you know that these are the North American superfood is the cranberry? So like other places have goji berries or mulberries, these are ours. So during this time when you can get fresh cranberries, I suggest getting a bunch, freezing them, adding them to your green smoothies or whatever you want to do with them, making breads. But today we're doing cranberry sauce. So it's a pretty easy recipe. What you want to do is just add the cranberries into your pan. And I like to add pomegranate juice and orange juice. So essentially, I take this juicer here and I juice my fresh pomegranate. And you could see how beautiful they look like red jewels. If you don't have pomegranate juice or fresh pomegranates to juice, then simply just add a little bit more orange juice. That's fine, that tastes good as well. But the pomegranate, the tartness of the pomegranate and the tartness of the cranberries really pair well together. And then when you put the orange in it, it just sweetens it up. So, okay, so we have our cranberries here. Then what we're gonna add to it is orange zest. So I like to take an entire orange and zest the orange in there. It should equal about a tablespoon of zest. It really lends a flavor that is, I think, even stronger than the orange juice because the oils of the skin just perfume the entire dish. Now make sure that you're buying organic oranges when you're using the skin. I try to buy everything, well, not try, I do buy everything organic. So this is one area though that I think is important. Then I like to just cut it in half, squeeze the juice into the cranberries, take a little bit more orange juice, about a half a cup, and then about a 1/4 cup of your pomegranate juice. Now, even though I had more of a 1/4 cup in here, I'm saving that for later, right? The cooks get a benefit, so I'm gonna drink that all by myself. I'm gonna hide it from my kids or else they'll try to steal it from me. So that's for the cook in the kitchen. Then I like to add some spices in there. I like to add a little bit of salt. Right here I have a little bit of allspice and ground ginger and put that in there. And to mimic those flavors, I have 2 cinnamon sticks. I have 1 knob of ginger that we're gonna fish out these later. We're gonna fish out these cinnamon sticks and we're gonna fish out the knob of ginger. They're just in there to provide some more flavor. So put that in there. I also like to do a heavy amount of nutmeg. I'm a super duper nutmeg fan. If you're not somebody who loves nutmeg, you can just do a little bit, but it really does lend a nice holiday flavor. So I put that in there. About a half a cup of maple syrup, because you need that to balance the tartness. And then I have some vanilla that we're gonna add in the end. So let's take this over to the stove. We're gonna turn it on. We're gonna give that a nice stir. And then what'll happen is it'll start to cook down. It will, the cranberries will start to pop. And when they start to pop, they'll become really gelatinous. They'll become from a berry to a sauce. And so I have the oranges, the cinnamon sticks in there, and they're just in there for flavor, but we will definitely retrieve those out later when it's done. So right here, you're just gonna let the heat turn up to a little bit. When you see the water starting to bubble, you wanna turn it to a simmer. And then just let it go, giving it a stir from time to time, and it'll start to turn into a nice cranberry sauce. And when we turn off the heat, we'll add about a teaspoon or 2 of vanilla here. So we'll just let that cook. All right, and as you can see here, you've got a full boil, and then use the back of your spoon to help you along to pop and crush some of those cranberries, and it helps bring the sauce together. And at this point, once it's a full boil like that, you want to turn the heat down a little bit to a simmer, and then just let it do its thing every once in a while, coming by to stir, and again using the back of your spoon to help pop those cranberries. And you can see, even as we're filming this, you can see how the sauce is just coming together and getting nice and thick. All right, and you can see it is coming together now, and it looks more like a sauce. And at this point, what I'm going to do is turn the heat off and give it a nice little stir and add in that vanilla. And that just gives it a nice little sweet undertone. All right, and then what we're going to do is fish out all of the little flavor enhancements that I had in there. So we're going to just take out the ginger, take out the oranges. I mean, you could leave the oranges in if you want presentation, but I like to take them out. So I don't, because when I'm going in to eat it, I don't want to have to worry about getting anything on my spoon that I did not want. Now I gotta find those cinnamon sticks. There's one. See? Cooking in the kitchen can be fun. All right. You can leave one in, and whoever gets the cinnamon stick gets a prize, similar to what people do with the wishbone, except for a cinnamon stick is much more environmentally friendly. All right, so now what we do is we'll just pour this into your bowl, and then at this point, you want to stick this in your fridge. And you can make the cranberry sauce up to a day ahead, because it is going to go in the fridge. It is going to set up a little bit more, and look at the color of that. It's beautiful. And of course, I'm going to taste it and give you a little description of what it tastes like. But the flavors are going to come together once it cools down, and the sauce is going to tighten up a little bit. So right away, you taste the cranberry. You have the little hints and the notes of the pomegranate juice and the orange. And then on the back end, you taste all the spices like the cinnamon and the ginger. And it's such a good accompaniment to your dishes at Thanksgiving or your holiday dishes. Or something I like to do with this, if I have leftover sauce or if I'm just feeling like I want some cranberry sauce, I like to take this and layer it with frosting, like to make a parfait. So here you go, cranberry sauce at its finest. Hopefully you'll find this dish at your dinner table. Be sure to subscribe to us, be sure to like us, and let us know what you want to see veganized. Thank you, everybody. Have a great holiday.